Most international students are being sold a massive lie. You are told that if you don't get into an Ivy League university, your study abroad dream is completely dead, miss. And your return on investment is completely zero. But according to the latest data from US News and Forbes, some of the wealthiest, most successful graduates in the world didn't go to massive research universities at all. They went to tiny, hyper-elite liberal arts colleges that you have probably never even heard of. Choosing the wrong university out of desperation will literally cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars in tuition, or worse, leave you without a job and force you to pack up and lose your visa when graduation hits. Today, we are breaking down the top 25 best liberal arts colleges in the USA for 2026. We are giving you the undeniable facts, the brutal reality checks, and the exact data you need to secure your future. Let's get into it. Number 25, Macalester College. Located right in the heart of the Twin Cities, Macalester gives you an Ivy-level global education combined with actual city networking. You gain immediate access to Fortune 500 companies, blending rigorous academic theories with tangible, real-world professional immersion. This means you aren't stuck in the middle of nowhere when it's time to secure a highly competitive corporate internship. Reality check. It is absolutely freezing during the winter months. If you cannot handle brutal Minnesota weather, you are going to be miserable here, no matter how phenomenal the academics are. But if you want to trade the intense snow for a completely unconventional academic schedule, our number 24 spot changes the rules of college entirely. Number 24, Colorado College. They operate on the famous block plan, where you only take one single class every 3.5 weeks. You get to dive obsessively into one subject at a time, completely eliminating the stress of juggling 5 different finals simultaneously. This intensive focus fosters a profound intellectual depth and creates incredibly tight-knit relationships with your esteemed professors. Reality check. If you get sick for 3 days, you have essentially missed an entire month of traditional college material. The academic pace is wildly unforgiving and requires absolute daily dedication to stay afloat. Now, if you prefer a more traditional schedule but want a campus that feels like a prestigious country club, let's head over to Virginia. Number 23. University of Richmond. Richmond guarantees funding for a summer research or internship experience for every single undergraduate student on campus. This provides free money to build your professional resume and gain critical industry experience before you even cross the graduation stage. It completely levels the playing field, ensuring all students can afford to take unpaid opportunities in major global cities. Reality check. The campus culture can often feel a little bit like an insulated, wealthy bubble separated from reality. It is incredibly comfortable, but you must make a serious effort to break out and engage with the real world. Speaking of breaking out, if you are looking for an intense, fiercely independent environment up in Maine, you need to see number 22. Number 22. Colby College. Colby is heavily investing in cutting-edge artificial intelligence and data science initiatives across all of their traditional majors. They are actively proving that liberal arts students can dominate the modern tech industry just as effectively as dedicated engineering graduates. This forward-thinking integration ensures your degree remains highly adaptable and incredibly lucrative in the rapidly evolving modern economy. Reality check. The social scene is heavily dominated by wealth and a massive culture surrounding winter sports. If you do not ski or lack an extensive winter wardrobe, you might feel a bit out of place on the weekends. If you want an environment that is a lot more collaborative and a little less isolated, let's drop down to Pennsylvania. Number 21. Haverford College. Haverford is governed by an entirely student-run honor code that deeply influences every single aspect of campus life. You take unproctored, self-scheduled exams, which builds an insane level of mutual trust and academic freedom you will not find anywhere else. This ethical framework creates incredibly mature graduates who are highly sought after in law, medicine, and prestigious academia. Reality check. That pervasive honor code means that social peer pressure and moral policing can become a very real thing. The culture is intensely intellectual, which can sometimes border on exhausting if you just want to relax and turn your brain off. But maybe you want to combine that intense intellect with a massive focus on authenticity. So let's head back up north. Number 20. Bates College. Bates was the very first co-educational college in New England, and has never had fraternities or sororities. It remains a pure, highly egalitarian community focused entirely on authentic interpersonal networking rather than paying for exclusive social access. This creates a remarkably cohesive alumni base that is deeply committed to helping fellow graduates succeed in their respective future careers. Reality check. It is an incredibly isolated environment surrounded by the quiet landscape of central Maine. You are going to spend a lot of time on campus, so if you get bored easily, this is definitely not the place for you. Now, if you want an artsy, hyper-creative environment instead, you absolutely have to see our number 19 pick. Number 19, Wesleyan University. Wesleyan operates as an absolute creative powerhouse for students who want to push artistic and intellectual boundaries. If you want to break into film, music, or writing, the alumni network here is essentially a golden ticket to Hollywood and the elite publishing world. You are constantly surrounded by brilliant innovators, making the campus a vibrant incubator for modern cultural trends. Reality check. The student body is very politically active, highly vocal, and consistently engaged in social justice initiatives. If you are looking for a quiet, traditional, keep-your-head-down college experience, the constant campus activism might overwhelm you. But what if you want that classic, beautiful, traditional campus vibe paired with a fiercely loyal corporate network? Number 18. Colgate University. Colgate alumni are aggressively loyal, operating one of the most effective and dedicated graduate networks in the country. Their career services and alumni mentorship programs are legendary, basically dragging their graduates into top-tier jobs on Wall Street and in elite consulting. They ensure that your massive financial investment in this education yields immediate, high-paying career dividends after graduation. Reality check. Traditional Greek life is a massive, dominant force within the student culture. If you are not into fraternities or sororities, the weekend social scene can feel pretty exclusive, highly structured, and tough to navigate. Let's swap that rural Greek life for the endless opportunities of the greatest city in the world at our number 17 spot. Number 17. Barnard College. You get the intimate, heavily empowering environment of a premier women's college while living in the heart of Manhattan. Most importantly, you graduate with an official degree from Columbia University, making this literally the ultimate Ivy League loophole. You get bespoke advising and small seminars while still leveraging the massive resources of a global research powerhouse right across the street. Reality check. You are constantly paying exorbitant Manhattan prices for absolutely everything off campus. The staggering cost of living will absolutely drain your bank account if you aren't meticulously careful with your monthly budget. If you would rather save that city money and go somewhere where elite communication is king, you must check out number 16. Number 16. Hamilton College. Hamilton utilizes a completely open curriculum paired with a massive, unrelenting emphasis on writing and public speaking. They aggressively force you to become an elite communicator, which is exactly the skill global CEOs say they are desperate for right now. This intensive training ensures you can articulate complex ideas better than almost anyone else in the modern job market. Reality check. The isolated location in upstate New York feels incredibly bleak during the long winter. It is very small, very rural, and you will almost certainly get a severe case of cabin fever by February. Speaking of small and rural, just wait until you see the academic royalty operating down in North Carolina. Number 15. Davidson College. Davidson operates under a strict honor code and maintains an incredible zero student loan policy for its entire student body. They meet 100% of calculated financial need entirely through grants and student employment, which is a massive win for your bank account. This allows you to graduate completely debt-free and immediately pursue graduate school or lower-paying passion careers. Reality check. The academic environment is highly competitive, and notorious grade deflation is a very real factor. You're going to work much harder for a B here than you would for an A at a massive state school. If you want to trade that Southern charm for a Midwestern financial powerhouse, our number 14 spot is legendary. Number 14, Grinnell College. Grinnell sits on an absolutely massive multi-billion-dollar endowment that dramatically transforms the undergraduate experience. This means ridiculous amounts of funding for undergraduate research, fully paid global internships, and one of the most generous financial aid programs in the entire country. Students are practically handed cash to pursue their intellectual curiosities without any financial anxiety holding them back. Reality check. You are quite literally stranded in the absolute middle of a massive cornfield in Iowa. You have to be totally okay with making your own fun on campus because there is no big city nearby to escape to. If you want a similarly open curriculum but strongly prefer the East Coast, number 13 is calling your name. Number 13, Vassar College. Vassar famously eliminated all core requirements, offering an academic experience completely devoid of forced prerequisites. You have total freedom to design your exact degree path, making it an absolute paradise for independent thinkers who fiercely hate being told what to do. This allows you to combine wildly different disciplines to create a completely unique, highly specialized academic profile. Reality check. That absolute freedom can easily become a dangerous trap for unfocused students. If you are not highly disciplined, you will end up taking a bunch of random classes and struggle to put together a cohesive, hireable major. Now, if you want a historic women's college with a massive engineering twist, you have to see number 12. But number 12. Smith College. Smith is a historic women's college that boasts one of the very few dedicated world-class engineering programs at a liberal arts school. You get the small class support system and personalized mentorship while tackling hardcore STEM degrees. This completely unique dynamic empowers women to dominate technical fields while benefiting from a deeply collaborative, highly supportive academic environment. Reality check. The campus housing system is based on distinct, localized houses rather than traditional freshman dorms. This unique setup can make the social scene feel a little fragmented and isolated depending entirely on where you are randomly placed. But if you want a school with massive history and a completely unique calendar, we need to head to Virginia. Number 11. Washington and Lee University. They offer an incredible 4-week spring term where you take just one highly immersive class. It is the absolute perfect setup for short-term study abroad trips or incredibly focused hands-on corporate internships. This allows you to gain significant international experience or professional resume boosters without disrupting your traditional fall and winter academic progression in any way. Reality check. The traditional Greek system dominates the campus social life completely and overwhelmingly. If you are an international student trying to find your footing, navigating that extremely traditional Southern culture can be a massive culture shock. Speaking of specialized, globally focused environments, our number 10 school is the ultimate language and international relations hub. Number 10, Middlebury College. If you want to work in international diplomacy or global business, Middlebury's language programs are arguably the best on the planet. Their immersive summer language schools are absolutely legendary worldwide, strictly enforcing a pledge where you speak zero English. This unparalleled linguistic training provides a massive advantage for students aiming for the State Department or multinational corporations. Reality check. The school is colloquially known as Club Mid for a very specific reason. The student body leans heavily upper class, and the immense wealth casually on display can be incredibly intimidating for middle-class students. If you want to trade this global diplomacy for hardcore, unrelenting tech, you are definitely not ready for number 9. Number 9, Harvey Mudd College. Harvey Mudd graduates consistently out-earn Harvard and Stanford grads in both early and mid-career salary metrics. It is the ultimate liberal arts college for elite engineers, visionary mathematicians, and brilliant computer scientists. You receive the technical training of MIT, but with the writing and communication skills of a liberal arts student, making you an unstoppable technical leader. Reality check. The academic workload is famously crushing and universally feared. You will be pushed to your absolute mental limits daily, and a full night of sleep is often treated like an unattainable luxury item. If you want brilliant academics without the crushing STEM pressure, our number 8 spot is the undisputed Midwestern crown jewel. Number 8. Carleton College. Carleton consistently produces an astonishing number of undergraduate students who go on to earn prestigious PhDs. The professors here are deeply invested in undergraduate teaching, treating you like a junior academic colleague rather than just a faceless number in a lecture hall. This creates an incredibly nurturing intellectual environment, where true academic curiosity is constantly rewarded and celebrated. Reality check. The campus vibe is very quirky and decidedly unglamorous in every possible way. If you are looking for a high-fashion, high-status, intensely polished college experience, you will definitely not find it anywhere near here. But what if you actually want that high-status, high-powered career in finance or politics? You urgently need to look at California. Number 7. Claremont McKenna College. Claremont McKenna is an absolute pre-professional powerhouse designed for future corporate leaders. If your goal is to be a CEO, a top-tier consultant, or a high-ranking government official, the networking and career outcomes here are practically unmatched. The institution actively funds internships and connects you with global power players, ensuring you step immediately into high-paying elite positions. Reality check. The campus environment can frequently feel like a relentless corporate shark tank. The culture is intensely competitive, and sometimes it feels like everyone is just constantly comparing their prestigious internship offers. If you want elite academics but prefer a significantly more collaborative, outdoor-focused community, let's head all the way up to Maine. Number 6. Bowdoin College. Bowdoin's alumni network is famously tight-knit, and the college offers unbelievable food and luxurious living conditions. They invest heavily in your everyday quality of life while simultaneously giving you a rigorous Ivy-tier academic education. Graduates leave with an intense loyalty to the school, meaning an email to an alumnus almost always guarantees a lucrative job interview. Reality check. The town of Brunswick, Maine is beautiful, but it is definitely not a bustling modern metropolis. The social life is entirely contained within the campus bubble, which can feel restrictive after 3 years. But if you want to be near a major city and be surrounded by absolute female leadership, our top 5 starts with a legend. Number 5. Wellesley College. Wellesley has produced some of the most powerful and influential women in the entire world. Its seamless cross-registration with MIT means you get a premier, intimate liberal arts experience with direct access to the world's absolute best STEM facilities. This combination empowers students to build unbreakable leadership skills while utilizing resources that rival any Ivy League university. Reality check. The academic rigor is absolutely brutal and notoriously unforgiving. Severe grade deflation is a known, institutionalized issue here, meaning you will fight tooth and nail for every single fractional point on your GPA. If you want that exact kind of extreme rigor in a co-ed environment with unparalleled resources, look absolutely no further than number 4. Number 4. Swarthmore College. Swarthmore's prestigious honors program is directly modeled after the legendary system at Oxford University. You take small, intense seminars, and your final exams are graded by outside academic experts, giving your degree a massive level of global prestige. This intense intellectual crucible guarantees that you are fully prepared for the most rigorous graduate programs on the planet. Reality check. Swarthmore students proudly and exhausted claim that anywhere else it would have been an A. The academic stress here is notoriously high, and the workload is unrelenting. But if you want top-tier academics on a stunning campus that looks like a literal paradise, we are heading back to sunny California for our final top 3. Number 3. Pomona College. Pomona gives you the immense, sprawling resources of the entire Claremont consortium while strictly keeping its own classes tiny. It is the closest thing you will ever get to a West Coast Ivy League experience, complete with absolutely perfect weather year-round. You get the academic prestige of a global powerhouse without the crushing, cutthroat misery of the East Coast. Reality check. The institutional acceptance rate is terrifyingly and consistently low. Getting in is mathematically harder than gaining admission into several actual highly regarded Ivy League schools. Now, before we reveal the ultimate showdown between our top 2, it is time for the highly anticipated EduRadar certified hidden gem Skidmore College. Skidmore is our ultimate value pick for international students because their financial aid packages for non-US citizens are incredibly generous compared to the competition. Furthermore, their unique focus on integrating creative thought into rigorous business and science means you graduate with an incredibly adaptable, highly future-proof resume. You learn to solve complex corporate problems using innovative, artistic methodologies. Reality check. It simply does not have the instant brand name recognition of a Williams or Amherst back in your home country. Because of this, you will have to hustle harder to effectively explain the prestige of your degree to local employers. But if you only care about undeniable world-recognized prestige, you have to look at our runner-up. Number 2. Amherst College. Amherst boasts a completely open curriculum and an absolutely massive multi-billion-dollar endowment. They are completely need-blind for both domestic and international students, which is incredibly rare and literally saves lives when it comes to securing a visa and proving your funds. You are given the absolute freedom to forge your own path with zero financial barriers blocking your way. Reality check. Because there are absolutely no required core classes, you have to be highly self-motivated. If you lack strict internal direction, it is very easy to float through 4 years without building a specialized, hireable skill set. Which finally brings us to the undisputed reigning king of the entire liberal arts educational landscape. Number 1. Williams College. Williams masterfully utilizes the intense, Oxford-style tutorial system for its undergraduate students. You take specialized classes with just 2 students and 1 professor. You cannot hide in the back of the lecture hall. You are forced to aggressively defend your ideas every single week, making you an unstoppable force in any boardroom or highly competitive grad school interview. Reality check. The campus location, deep in the Berkshire Mountains, is visually stunning but incredibly isolated. You are permanently trading big city life for intense, inescapable academic rigor and a deeply internalized campus culture. However, the unmatched prestige and brilliant alumni network make this the absolute best liberal arts investment you can possibly make today. The final verdict. So, who actually wins here? If you are the budget student or the international applicant desperate for financial survival without sacrificing an ounce of quality, your absolute best bets are Amherst for the prestige or our hidden gems Skidmore for the pure return on investment. But if you are the prestige hunter who wants a fast pass to Wall Street, Silicon Valley, or a top-tier law school, you cannot beat the terrifying power of Williams, Harvey Mudd, or Claremont McKenna. The truth is, any school on this list can secure your future, but you have to pick the one that matches your actual personality, not just a ranking. If you want the ultimate guide on how to actually write an essay that gets you accepted into these hyper-elite colleges, comment the words "study abroad" down below right now, and we will send you our exclusive EduRadar application cheat sheet for free. Stay smart, play the game right, and we will see you in the next one.